accept that we're not going to be in the carry position. Like,
Yeah,
we got
and then we
counterpicked in
have-
select. We got counterpicked in select. You just gotta accept it.
Yeah, but
You gotta play like it.
yeah, so we have to like I have to move. It's always 2 kills for them if they come bot.
No, it's not 2 kills because you can
It
flee
was-
EQ and post. He wasn't even level 6 yet.
But
But after they were,
their dive is not
You
like
No, Jarvan was not 6. Till Jarvan 6, we can safely be on a tower and like outplay it or make it hard for them and maybe answer with casting TP for cleanup. But you can't just like randomly run away and sack the whole laning phase.
they can't
Yeah,
really
but-
they don't like good dive with
Yeah,
Six
exactly.
and
It's fucking Ziggs,
Zyra.
Zyra.
yeah,
But,
but Jarvan can just stay there and they have like poke. They can poke us until they die.
yeah, like
that's what happened.
the lane is
That
really bad.
happened.
Like it's
I
really,
died
really
like
bad.
4 times because they dove us kind of. Like a couple of times where like
I
dying.
think you took night once where you didn't still had flash up as well.
Yeah, but I was dead anyway.
You
I was,
can't
like,
you can't
one
contest them at all. Like the lane is just like super
Exactly.
one-sided.
You just try and look. Even after all that pressure, we were like 7 CS down. Like,
Yeah, I know.
With
They
all
were
that
bad
pressure,
at
we're
CFL.
down.
But
Yeah.
actually, like in hindsight, or like I even thought it in the draft. Like ideally, we should actually lane swap there. Like we pick something that can like survive 1v2, and we go top with MF and Thresh. But we haven't practiced it, so I didn't want to like propose it. But I think that's the best to do actually.
I mean,
'cause-
still, even this can happen in
yeah.
this kind
Yeah, I
of
mean,
style.
like this is why I don't like. This is what I've been saying. Like if the enemies actually like draft like they can, like stuff like this can happen. So I mean, that's why I
Yeah,
don't
but-
want to like blind pick Thresh or like.
I mean, blind picking support is usually not the greatest idea unless you know like counter picks are right. Well, I mean, they
Yeah.
put so many resources in select and in
Into bot lane.
like into their bot lane, running around the map, but they had no way to stop GP and
Yeah,
caster scaling.
Yeah.
So at that point, I know like, okay, I'm not gonna be like in select. I already knew like I'm not gonna be the carry.
Yeah.
You just play for team fight. You just play for scaling up whatever you can.
Yeah.
And the amount of fights I actually like managed to bait them in or whatever.
Yeah,
and
like,
then,
actually
turn the
for
fight and then casting cleaned up.
For non-carry position, from your side, like you did your job pretty much perfectly.
Yeah,
like,
you play really well.
Just play fucking living bait.
Especially
Yeah.
like not like both like talking to Russell, like making him like try to make him not tilt so much, and also like keeping calm yourself was really good.
True.
You just gotta accept. Like, the only way they can win this is by basically keep cheesing. That's all they have.
Yeah.
And somehow find siege potential. So I tried saving ulti for either team fights or sieging, like blocking sieges.
Yeah.
Because that's the only real way that we have. That was like the biggest downside.
Yeah.
In a sense, but I do think MF is kind of fine in that sense.
I mean, we had the
Yeah.
GP ult as well, so we had some.
Yeah,
more,
so
uh,
it's like long cooldown wave
Yeah,
clear,
yeah,
basically.
yeah.
If they keep repeatedly sieging, it's really hard to stop them. But
Yeah. I
I
think
don't know, their comp made no sense with Kled, like hard diving. Like they had
Yeah.
triple dive and then they have like backline poke. And the
Yeah, yeah.
combination with the Exalt is kind of nice, but the Zyra just makes zero sense.
yeah, it's a weird draft.
Like that
And
was
it's
good in
just
lane,
all lane.
but besides
Yeah, it's
lane,
just all
was
lane.
kinda whatever.
I think our last two like solo lane picks definitely just made the draft. I think
Yeah,
it was
exactly.
a really good answer.
But
So
I mean,
I-
this is what you can expect if you blind pick lanes. Like
Yeah,
blind
exactly.
pick bot lane, and then the answer with this, all happens.
I think the Trund, like you pointed out, Jordan, the
just went
Trundle
full
is not ideal either. But I wanted to pick something more comfortable for.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
I thi-
Ah.
Trundles actually, I think it's not too bad, honestly.
Yeah, it's not really bad because he's always useful tanking wise. Like he can be front line.
There was a couple of times where we got really nice picks with the fresh Trundle like hook.
Yeah, true. Yeah. That's
Having
yeah.
Olaf. But
It's
no,
not-
yeah, you're right. Honestly, Olaf would have been 10 times better. But blind picking Olaf, they just pick Trundle, my game's over. Like,
Well,
from
the main thing
Yeah.
is that like I mean you can peel with the Trundle, but ideally you want to move forward, and it's really hard against Ziggs and Ziggs and
As long as-
Zyra. And then also we already lacked wave clear a bit, so it would have been nice to have it like somewhat
Honestly,
from the jungle.
Lee Sin would have probably been a bit better because I have way more. Like I can peel and I can also like pick as well.
I think they actually run into us. This comp just runs into us, and then Trundle's actually useful.
Yeah,
though.
there's a couple of times my job was just to block the clear ult, but I mean,
Yeah.
it don't throw me after.
I
But
mean,
like, just
they kind of fucked up the draft. Like, if they didn't, go for the, like, what did they do? They picked
Let's show
the,
Brendan.
yeah. Like, if they don't pick like Kled and the Galio, then like they can just.
I like.
I think the
Yeah.
Galio is
Outrange.
A-okay because it just makes it, if I don't have flash or like I can't get lantern down or something, and Jarvan ults me or GP basically, then we die, like straight up, because then you get Galio ulted into Ziggs ulted into whatever. So I think in that sense, it's a pretty decent combo with the Jarvan Galio, but Kled makes like zero sense because he literally heads first, like runs in, and he's not
Yeah.
even that tank. If he's a tank, I think it would be so much harder for us because Cassidy is not gonna one-shot the tank.
Yeah.
Because they picked like 5 semi-squishy champs, like Jarvan's tank, but it's like whatever, he's on cooldown after he engages. So, I don't know. This feels really weird. Oh well. We had good
Yeah.
answers.
I have to say that, like, we took it super hard early, but like they did just throw the game away, and I actually think that we just listened to what the play was, which was really nice because that game could have easily been like we obviously it's going to tilt you bot if you're being dove like constantly, and obviously especially when we're trying to play for bot lane, it doesn't work out like that. But the good thing is,
Into intellect that we couldn't play around.
but like we just listened to like the play, which was just scale and just chill, and we still managed to get 3 Drakes by the time they had 1 Drake. So it's like
No, but they can't.
Ah.
Look at their comp. Are they gonna do Baron ever? No. It takes
But-
ages
but
for them to do Baron or Dragon.
they had to win the game, like we said before. Kassadin was
Yeah.
16, and then they just like made a couple of mistakes, which everyone does, like over pushing and stuff, feeling too confident, and then Kassadin cleans up. And at that point, it's just like okay, AFK till we 6, and then we win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Till we
you,
6, till we 16. But yeah.
you also definitely always got the objectives at the other side of the map column, so that made the the early not as bad.
I mean, his mid pressure is really fucking clean because I can't like as a jungler with no mid lane, like a mid lane that doesn't have pressure or like communicates. It's impossible for me to.
Did you say you were not gonna pad down?
Yeah, so I was gonna path down, and then when we got vision in his red buff, so this was the plan, right? So we were gonna path down, we got vision in his red buff, and I was like, you know what? If I kill Jarvan at his red, like his game's over.
Yeah.
Like
That was like why bot lane was so hard to play because we started shoving because we were gonna come down.
But anyway, if I didn't go for his reds, he would have got a free buff start because I was gonna full clear blue side and red buff and come bot, and he went blue red bot. So by the time I got to my red, it would have been gone anyway. So the fact that I got his red buff was actually.
Yeah, but it's really awkward because we started shoving now, and that's why we lost so much on the Jarvan gank. Because that basically they got a free freeze off. For some reason, he couldn't CS properly. I mean, maybe he's practicing with a reason, but it's actually annoying to CS early with Ziggs.
I mean, yeah, my bad. I guess I could have just gone blue into like red Krugs or something, but I was gonna full clear blue anyway. So like, if I did my normal clear, I would have just lost that.
Oh, be right back, by the way.
Sure.
But yeah, maybe I could have harder there. I was honestly thinking he's going to play for Kled here. Because he's what he did last game, so I was like, why is he not going to play for top lane here? So it was actually quite good from him. But if he walks into the red, he would have been dead.
Yeah.
The biggest mistake I feel like we made, besides the early like tilt, I guess, is that we just didn't manage to uphold the vision because they kind of played as a 3-man non-stop from minute 2 already.
Mhm.
And then we just kind of like kept repeatedly running into it. With, like it wasn't a different person every time, but like we should be able to recognize it though.
I don't know, I died like 6 times when I was trying to get vision and there was the 3-man stack or something.
Yeah, but
basically,
we get one face check. And we get, like,
Yeah, but
one
I threw lantern to one brush and then I like walked there, pinged, and then I was like, okay, nothing in here. Then I went for the second one, and then they were there. So they kind of just guessed and invested a lot of time to make it if they had vision. They used to actually.
Yeah, like them getting like one
I
pick.
mean, but I think it's honestly, if I'm 0-10, it doesn't matter if I die because I'm useless anyway, and they use more time, so we can push the side waves. If we can push 2 waves in, when they kill me, it's worth because they cannot take Nash, they cannot do anything.
I'm just saying we don't have to go 0-10.
Yeah, I know. We don't have to go. But the point is that I was actually happy when I saw like, okay, I died, but we got so much from the other side.
Now imagine if we getting on top of that. Like the game would have been so much easier.
I mean, both of you have points here. Like if they overcommit to kill the Thresh, then that's like obviously that's not worth for them.
If they
But then-
overcommit,
yeah.
I'm talking about the free deaths. Like we would sometimes really randomly walk through jungle, like rotating, and we just got like caught with our pants
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
basically.
But yeah,
Like those, if we
Yeah,
maintain
I
the
got
vision
caught mid.
earlier,
Yeah, my bad.
because yeah, like for example that one, like we know he's
I
gonna
got caught
be
mid, and yeah, like that's probably one of the biggest mistakes I made that game was I walked mid to help you shove, and like I was like, okay, I've swept, there's no vision. I was like, he's probably not here, he's not in my top side. Like my top side jungle was up, so I was like, fine, he's not here. And I walk into the bush and he was there, and I was like, oh, for fuck's sake.
but you just insta die because you get
Yeah.
Jarvan EQ'd into
Oh, I
zone.
mean, like I survived for a bit, but yeah, they used everything to kill me. It was like fuck,
Yeah.
but that was my bad, yeah, honestly. So I made that mistake.
But you're not the only one who did that. You did it once, and then like Ross got caught in the same fashion like a few times, and I know.
I think it's just
finished that once.
respecting that sometimes it's easy to like.
And I
There's
know
so many
Yoran
things
also
going
had
on.
the same issue at one point where he like walked the top lane through our jungle without vision, and then like boom, gangbang.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, so-
what you
I
said.
think if we
What-
at some point I was like they just did keep doing the same fucking trick like over and over. So as long as we maintain that vision line, we know where they are moving in. So I think that was like the key part at controlling the pace. And it's really hard for our comp to hold our towers anyway against like Ziggs siege in the early stages. Like we don't really have wave clear in the earlier game, so
It's kind of weird that they went for the top tower and not for the dragon at that point. I would expect they wanted to team fight that, but they actually went for top tower. Sure. From that point onwards, we were doing pretty well actually. Post that dragon.
I think I mean I agree that it's nice if you can keep like the defensive line of vision, but like when you don't have it and you don't know where they are, it's not.
You can drop vision knowing like okay in like a few minutes they will come around this lane, right?
Yeah.
Because you know okay, so let's say top wave is stacking towards them, you know they will push that in and then or like siege something on that side because someone's gonna catch that wave and then the moment you know Ziggs is somewhere and he pushed the lane, you know that they're all in there.
Yeah.
Like Zyra and Jarvan were always around the Ziggs lane.
But the point I want to make is that you don't really need to have like all of the like a lot of vision in your jungle and stuff like that. Like if you all stay in your lanes, pretty much they can't do a lot. Like the only way they kill you is like standing in a brush and then you walking into it.
Yeah.
Basically, so.
At
Like
the
if you
moment,
don't let them,
it's kind of important to know, also to keep up your own tempo, to know where they are. Like you don't need to see exactly where they are in the jungle, but if you know they're in there, that's enough. That you know you have to walk around. So
yeah, but I mean,
like,
you can't even do it, just to be safe. Or like a lot of the time, it's not gonna matter that much because they're wasting time. Like if you don't see them and they're not, like if they're not in a lane, then like they're not farming either.
But,
so
no, but I mean Ziggs was in the lane and he can always ult. But if there's like a Jarvan Zyra and you're face checking that, you will die, and they don't need to keep farming. So. I think you want the vision just to keep up the tempo for both GP, Cassidy.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
just golden come.
If it's a vision war, they're probably gonna win it because like they're stronger and they like their champs are good at
Yeah,
defending.
okay, but I'm not saying hard contest it. I'm saying try and maintain. That's the
Yeah,
difference between fighting for it and just dropping vision when you have the opportunity to, right?
Yeah,
we can't run into them and fight them. That was the issue, basically.
Yeah.
So if you ward before they get in there, just preemptively, and then they walk in, you know they're there, so you know you have to like be more aware.
Yeah.
And then you at the same time that allows you, let's say, because I did it a few times because we had vision at some point. We saw them like mid and bot lane, and they show it more people on vision that we have, so I can read an extra wave. I can push it like just an extra wave and make it like full crash into time.
Yeah, that's another point. Like their rotations are really slow as well. So if you spot them out, it's really safe.
Yeah,
for you
exactly.
to-
But that's why I think it's good to try and maintain a defensive line.
Yeah.
Just to know where they are, and it also gives us opportunity to farm better and like more efficient.
Yeah.
We have one more game to go, I think.
Yep.
Would be nice if I can play bot lane for once. If I can do it. I mean, it happens. It happens. It's part of competitive. This could happen in a pro game or something as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just don't get to play League.
While playing League.
You got to play League?
Just have my screen open and it's playing, but I don't know, can't play the game.
In the end, win or lose, all that matters.
Yeah.
Yep.
It doesn't
Yeah, well,
matter.
Six,
you're
six,
like-
six is a good champion. I think it's just the way it is.
I mean, both games they just counterpick
I have
me
one
in
of my
different
friends this.
range
I
mages.
have one of my friends this who was ADC main and then OTP'd Ziggs bot. And he went from D4 0P to fucking Diamond 1. Literally within 2 weeks.
There was a guy who did it like all the way. It was like lowish grandmaster, or like mid grandmaster, and he just did it all the way to challenger, and he had like a 60 or 70% win rate. I don't know.
Same with this guy. You know, 60 something percent. It's just like really cheesy. It's definitely really good.
I
So
think it was Cookie Lol actually that spammed it. Yeah, 61%, 137 games, and challenger grandmaster.
Are we moving into lobby or what?
No clue. I'm waiting to be invited.
Okay.
You can make a game.
I will make pro draft meanwhile. Here we go. Let's spectate.
What was the name again? Blitzy or something? Blitzy.
bum 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 bum. It's Friday tomorrow, lads.
Another name.
Yeah.
Is there another name?
Their names are Laun,
Okay.
Blitzy. Like their names are what the fuck?
Exactly. Like spelled sucking AIDS.
Lodka,
Laun, Blitzy, Lotka, Enva.
Enva, ENVA.
It's so easy, man. So easy.
Oh, and like all of their names are BLK and then space.
Yeah. I'm inviting. Okay, they accepted. They can invite the rest.
So easy. Language. So easy.
Okay.
Okay, boys, just bring home the W.
I did not all later. I think you reposted when they're all
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
You can invite the rest.
So easy.
It's one more game to go.
Oh, boys. To be hard start Diamond 2.
You could be like me, it's because it'd be hard to D4 or D3.
Actually, I don't even think I've only played like 10 games in Diamond 2.
Yesterday we won like 4.
We won 4 out of 5, and the one we lost, the guy was.
The one was a 4v5, which was actually fucking close. So I would have been a win if you
Wasn't
would
up
have
it,
fucking
right?
AFK.
Well, let me ask Davros, the mid laner, right? So this guy's Talon versus Zed. So we have the Talon, and I'm playing set jungle. I level 2 gank, give him first blood on Zed, and we push the wave. So Zed loses 2 waves, and he dies, but he doesn't burn suns, right? Then Zed shows bot, dies, doesn't get anything. Then he tries to all in mid and dies. So Talon's now 2-1-2, and Zed is 0-3-1, right? And Zed wins mid lane. Like, what the Like, he just runs. Like, I was sitting there, I was like, what the fuck? How did you lose? And he was just like, oh, I don't know. Like, he literally types in chat. I was imagining, he types in chat, I really inted this, boys. And then just left the game.
Yeah, me too. I really into this, boys. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I need to
he's
stay
like,
AFK.
I really inted this. And I was like, he was like pinging me to come in, and he just like dove and died. And I was like, I said to him, like, what the fuck are you doing? And he was like, I don't know, I really inted this. And then he AFK'd and left the game. So we all reported him. I checked his fucking profile today. He's played like 10 more games, not even fucking banned. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
We stop here.
Huh? What?
Oh, he means like this is the last game.
Or are they? What do they mean? They play or not?
We need to stop. Okay.
Because we were like 30 minutes late to start.
Yeah.
Fancy a
Yeah.
flag?
I feel like I mean both of the games were pretty long, so I guess it's kind of fine.
Yeah, but I think there were honestly there's a lot to learn for the rest of the game. They'll take the replay for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Let's have a look, so I think it'll be useful.
GG though, thanks for the games. Clicks.
Alright. Okay, I guess that was it then. Anything big to take away from this?
I kind of
Chill.
thought the GP was actually nice though, because besides the tanks, GP's kind of pick that makes her draft way more
Flexible.
flexible. Yeah.
So
it
you
was
played it
true.
quite well as well.
Yeah, GP is really good. Like, it's really hard for them to like kill you, and also we get some we get some
I
way
think
clear.
biggest thing you don't want to draft it into is like these hard diving champs. I think.
Yeah, like Elise or Pantheon.
At
things like
least
that.
Renekton or something. Is
Yeah.
fine.
I mean, like, to be
Even GP is
honest,
one of the best ones. I
to
think.
be honest, like Kled and Jarvan are hard diving champions. They just choose
Yeah.
not to play around it.
Jarvan,
True.
not so much.
Jarvan is actually good because you
Yeah.
can't orange Jarvan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like-
they both are, because Kled is really good at diving, because he can
Yeah.
reset.
Yeah.
Their hard diving potential top lane was really fine, like, but they choose to.
Like, if you look at their
Fucking
draft,
book lane.
if you look at their draft in game one, this is why I like going invading these red. Because you look at their draft in game one, he's gonna play for top lane. Like, why would
Yeah.
he, like, if Clint gets ahead, he
Yeah.
takes over this game. We have a
Yeah.
scout at top. The top lane is also the best
Even
rogue-
like,
the best player in the team.
And even
like-
that game, he did not like hard.
wait,
play
may
top lane.
may I have a question? Like, when I'm thinking about it, like, why didn't they just play for top lane even this game?
Like, this is why, like, if I went back and played that game again, I would still have invaded his red buff. Because if you look at all like the
Yeah,
signs before the game and from knowledge that you have, he's coming top. He starts blue buff. Like, chances are he's not gonna he's gonna play for top. The best player
Yeah.
on the team, like, he's Kled versus fucking GP early.
yeah, like. I just don't understand it. Like, Kled is pretty much their.
That's why I was so fucking baffled when he vertical me and goes bottom. I'm like, fuck, because if I get 99% sure he was coming top lane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was,
Like-
it was really good.
Why wouldn't they
Yeah.
play over the one character that can hard smash and that deals like physical damage to stop
Yeah.
me from scaling and to stop GP from scaling?
Ah,
Like,
I don't know.
that's why I sort of fucked
They
that up.
felt threatened, I think.
Okay, I feel like
Respect the lane.
they just hard fucked up. I
It's
guess.
just fucking Jimmy Neutron, who's
So-
the biggest brain in the fucking US.
Yeah.
Out in it. I think next time, if we just offensive ward my red, we just know where he is now. So,
Yeah,
but that's like,
I feel like their jungler turbo intet like by playing around bot lane.
Yeah.
Like that,
I don't know, like
he would
committing to it once or twice was kind
Yeah,
of fun.
that's fine,
He didn't have
that's
a lot of
fine.
pressure, but
but like
he would have died at red buff for sure.
If-
If he went to red, he was dead. I'm Trundle
Yeah.
level 2 versus fucking.
Yeah,
but
that's
I
true,
think
that's true.
early is fine. But like the second
the thing is, if
rotation on the spawn on jungle camps, like just
If-
play towards top around level
yeah, if he's going to play around the top lane, at least like from 8 minutes, let's say,
Yeah.
like
He went.
GP cannot scale. He just gets if our GP dies or he gets like a lot of platings, I cannot even scale. Like he just runs me over. Like I don't know.
Right, because like they let me sneak the Drake. The first one
Yeah.
was risky, right? And then they also let me get Rift, where he played Rumbot, and then we got we nearly got first tower, but we got basically like joint first tower top.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like if he just didn't rotate, like he already fucking smashed bot lane. With that. Like you guys would, like no offense, but you guys were actually like really far behind bot, right? So it's like,
it wasn't even that bad. That's the worst thing.
like the thing is, like from his point of view, he's ganked bot twice. It's successful. You guys are like, fuck, their bot lane should win. So then,
I mean, they took away the win condition, which is good.
but
Because
like
our win condition is all in, and we can't all in if we're like
we had fucking
damage
Cass.
from ganks.
We had Cassidy in mid, right? Like, has no
Yeah.
mid pressure, and they had Kled tops. If he just played for Rift, this game was honestly over. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't really gank bot because it's
Yeah.
hard to go there because I'm Trundle, and then it's like,
I feel like playing around our utility on bot lane is really troll instead of playing to like stop me or GP from scaling.
yeah, like if he got that Rift and killed GP and got turret top,
Yeah.
I think it's like actually at that point it's game. Like you don't do anything.
I don't think they can really stop either the Kassadin or like they can slow you down a bit, but
I
I don't
mean,
think you can.
yeah, they can slow us down.
And
but-
also he has to choose one of you. And
yeah,
I also-
Nah,
The game
top
would
would be diveable for sure.
But by the game, because Ziggs will take every tower in the game. By the time they scale, we're on Nexus. It's like it's too
Yeah.
late.
The thing is, if they would have played hard for top lane, they would have just grabbed the turret, opened the map, and just perma dive me with Jarvan ult and Kled ult.
There's nothing I can do. It's like
Yeah,
just like,
yeah.
that far behind it. It's just like okay, game's over.
Yeah.
That means I can't walk into my blue side. They just really ruin me.
I do think a lot of teams never punish GP though. I always have that feeling. He gets
I mean,
away.
people are scared of his cleanse, but it's not like it only cleanses one thing, right? So just fucking.
It's really common, I think, even in competitive, like at our level at least.
I don't know who's that guy who played GP and ended like 10 times in a row. What was his name?
I don't know.
It was like I don't know, like a month ago. So I think it was like 0-8 or some shit against Wonder Top.
but the thing is, like even if you go like 0-3 in the laning phase, you're still gonna be relevant.
Yeah, true,
like,
true, 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 true.
Yeah, it's gonna be
understand.
delayed a lot.
But
Yeah, yeah.
it's going. It
And-
will give them probably enough time for them to maybe either end the game or be close.
Yeah, get soul or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. They can use that pressure to.
I mean,
Yeah, like
with-
the
in
really
the
scary
end,
the really scary thing would be if the Kled got really big. That would be
yeah.
That's kind of what you play for then, because then UP always has to respect being run the fuck down by Kled.
I just think next time if I'm going to invade, I'll just call for a ward red, and then that way,
Yeah.
Or like it's like we have the weak.
The worst thing was that we were slow pushing,
Yeah.
expecting you were gonna come, and then like we crash, because
I
that's
changed
the
my
only
goal-
thing we
I changed
can
my goal off a
do.
bit. Mhm.
The only thing we can do in bot lane basically with this matchup is kind of try and all in them as long as we have health, and
Yeah.
so that's kind of what we look for in the earlier stages.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a bit of bad communication. I think I should have asked for a ward at reds, and then if I was going to invade his red, because I was like 100% sure he's going to play for top, and then I'll just kill him, and game's over. Like I'll just take over his jungle.
I mean, we survived the first gank, which is kind of good, I think. But
Yeah, I mean after that it's like.
I greeted a bit because Jarvan was still around, and then we still traded, and you got rooted by the Zyra, and then he just got Jarvan EQ flashed on.
Yeah, we still won. We still won.
So make it rough. I mean, I just committed to full early game builds to sustain lane as much as I could.
For some reason, he played bot and got like one Drake the whole game.
I mean, it's Mage bot doesn't take Drake fast. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, but if they
So-
just play check the Drake, they just kill me. Like when I sneaked it the first time, it was really fucking risky.
True.
Yeah,
Oh well.
it was fun. It was actually really fun to play. There's a lot.
Yeah,
of fun.
I think I'm off, guys.
Oh, that's fine.
So-
Yeah.
Adios,
Thanks for
amigo.
games.
Good games,
Yeah.
man.
Good night, man.
Yeah. Good night.
Yeah.
I'll be heading off as well. Okay, bye guys.
Right.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
games. See ya, man.
He's really fucking good.
The mid, or what did you
I
say?
have to say today he played way better than
Oh no, he's like really
last
fucking good.
last few weeks.
He's
Yeah.
really fucking good.
I feel like it's so hard to say, but I just feel like he needs to be playing because I think these are champions he's actually been playing, rather than champions that he says he can play but actually doesn't play much.
Like what?
Yeah, I mean, like,
last few weeks we've had him play like different champions, and we ask like, "Can you play this?" Or like we flex a champion in draft, and it's like, "Can you play it?" And
If
he's
you
like, "Yeah, I can play it," and then
If
he
you ask me
actually
if I
goes
play
like
Nocturne, I would say yeah.
really
but
bad.
I don't play Nocturne to a Diamond 2 level, you know? It's like, I only play like 5.
Yeah, but there's a difference if you play into these kind of guys, because I mean, these guys weren't even that insane elo, honestly. But
No,
the moment you play against D2 plus players, you need to be at least like
I mean, these guys.
steady enough and consistent enough. But he like legit had laning phases where he died like 4 times 1v1, and
He was really good on those shots. Like those two, like I can't say from what obviously you've seen before, but from those games that I like see from him, his communication and like, the way he controlled the mid lane was like actually fucking clean. Like I had no worries at all mid that he was going to lose control of that lane. Like, I always had.
I do have to say that
Yes, like
the whole comms were different with you in here, Callum.
Oh, was that too loud? Yeah, I'm fucking loud.
No,
so-
no, no. Like I actually think it was a nice thing because you talk a lot and you,
Yeah,
you
but-
ask questions and stuff. Like if we
That's my
can't.
biggest weakness because I like we said in that fight. But I when I'm like calling people, like I don't know. It's just where I'm from. Like actually, where I live is like everyone's just fucking loud, you know. And obviously, you guys are in the country. So when you're like, I can't hear the fucking thing, just fucking shout over me. You know?
Damn, apparently he was
fucking like shout away, like. Or like, maybe I just tell you to because. I don't know. I'm just loud. It's just where I'm from. So I have to work on it. I know I have to work.
No,
on it.
it was good. It was good.
But yeah,
Just in general, like it's noticeable that because I feel it was in the past as well. I
Mhm.
noticed it at least for myself that the moment I'm playing with you, I become more vocal as well because
Yeah,
you're
but-
asking questions.
that's where me and you have played fucking I don't know 100 fucking games together from last season to this season. Like
Yeah, exactly. But I know, like if I play with you or I play with like other people, it's something you bring with you.
I have a
It's
bit-
it's
I
a
have
good
a-
quality.
I have
honestly.
like trust with you, like you know, like for example, if you were like the mid lane, I didn't know how good he was. So it's like after game one, I'm like, oh, I can play through this guy, you know. But like where's bot lane? I can if I ask you a question, I know you're gonna just tell me like what's happening. So it's like I have trust that not like fucking they have no summons. I come bot and they just insta flash, and I'm like, okay, we just fucked me, you know. It's like I don't know. I think it's just like trust in it. This game. The more you trust someone you're playing with, the more you just like as soon as they say something, you just take that for fucking gospel and just like flashing.
Yeah, true.
It was fun to play, honestly, but I don't
Do
think.
you notice the difference actually? I'm kind of curious the difference between this
Play
team
video
and
games?
Durham.
Yeah, I mean, I think we have a new mid laner who's like similar. He's D2. He's like a tryout. He's French, and he tried out for our team. And before, honestly, I was like, we have 3 months till the season begins again, and we're just like not improving. And I was like, guys, like if we don't improve, this is just not where I want to be. You know, like I just want to. I want to win a fucking. Even if I don't win the league, if I went in that league and was like I was better than most junglers in that league, or like I played to my best at league, I was happy. But when we lose against fucking Diamond 4 teams or Plat 1 fucking, like, it just pisses me off. I just think, what the fuck, these guys are like 40% win rate in solo queue and flex and they're beating me in fucking team play. we have this mid laner anyway, he tried out and he was like, just like this guy you've got, like he was fucking clean. Like his communication was like, not like me, I talk loads, but this guy was like, he said one word and he was like, just perfect communication. That's all I needed to know. Like, he was like, don't come in until this item and this point, and then I'll kill them all. I was like, alright, fine. Whereas before, we've never really had that. It's been like just panic, and people have been a bit scared to fight and stuff. So when he played, I felt like the team was really good. But he's trying out again Sunday, and I know we had Rico Trump mid yesterday.
I heard it went very well.
0-8, and then after the game, he was like, everyone was like, we had 3 like scheduled in, and they were like, oh, you guys are bad, we're not playing the third. And I was like, fine. And then, so everyone was like, oh, we'll just like 1v1. And Rico was like, you want to 1v1 with mid? So I don't play fucking lanes. I was like, fucking, killed him as Pantheon mid, and he was like, oh, I'm not playing mid no more. I was like, yeah, just stick to support, man. Like, fuck.
I mean, it's nice if you want to learn, but
Yeah, but he plays Cass, and they just ban Cass. It's like when I was only Sejuani, they just banned Sejuani, and it's like, what do I do? But now I have like 5 or 6 champs, and I'm way better than it was a year ago, or 6 months ago. But yeah, we're playing with you guys, there's definitely a difference. Honestly, it's the biggest difference I think is like the post-match analysis. Like, everyone has an opinion, you know. It's not just like, well, whereas I feel like sometimes in the team that I'm playing, it's like, okay, what went wrong? And then I'm like trying to say like, okay, I think we should have done this here. But then no one else will be like, I mean, bot lane will say it, but like top will just be a bit like, I don't know what, he wants people to like tell him what he did wrong. But like, I think if you notice mistakes you make, it's way easier for the team to improve. Because I'm not focusing on what mistakes you're making top, you know. Yeah. That's not my job. But if you notice them after the game, I think like everyone's scared to say like, I fucked up, but I don't give a shit. Like, if you fuck up, just it's good to admit it, because then you can see what the follow up of that is, and then next time you know, like, actually this small like problem here like caused this after effect, you know.
Yeah.
Rather just, I don't know, but I just enjoy playing competitively, so that's why I do it.
Yeah, it's really fun.
It is really fun. Even when you lose, it's like they lost the first game, and I was actually just fucking sitting here with like a smile on my face. It was actually fun.
Yeah.
Because I think like we played really well.
It was a pretty decent game in general.
It was good.
Yeah, like, they were, and also they're actually. I mean, the guy climbed from fucking D1 to Masters in like 1 day. He's really good top runner. The fact that he didn't carry the second game, like, was good for us.
I think I go to sleep. I have to wake up in like 6 hours.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
I forget
Good
you
night,
guys.
man.
You guys
Yeah,
are
good
right.
night.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Oh yeah, did you see? Let me send you these clips. You know from Soliki yesterday? I clipped them. I mean,
Which one?
both. You're gonna know which ones. Can I shove it in this chat or is it spam? Do you have a spam chat?
Well, what is it? A clip?
Yeah, it's a clip of a play.
Drop it in the Place channel.
Okay.
We have it specifically for that, just to drop memes and whatever. Everyone can post in there. We drop like replays and post-game discussions.
Oh yeah.
So if you actually want to learn from our games, or if you consider learning, Simon actually put some post-game discussions in there and like thoughts from.
Oh yeah,
one's
no,
perspective.
I've watched them already. From before.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
I've been
I always find it interesting to hear what other teams are doing.
Like I do watch. He does like an hour and a half one or some shit like a couple of weeks ago, and I watched it.
Yeah.
Wait.
Simon, even people from outside.
Wait. This is my ARAM. I'm gonna leave this in. Look at the Umra Khan here. Like this is the wrong play, but look.
Oh yeah, I saw this one.
like I fucking saved his life so fucking up. Let me get the real play. Sorry. That one's for loads. I thought that was the right one. Download. Save.
Like the sacrifice.
In my observer, they gave me the Victoria Cross. You see that?
Yeah, I saw.
Okay, I think this is one of the plays. I had to clip it so many fucking times because it was too big for Discord.
Yeah.
Did you link an ARAM clip or what?
Yeah, like that's just a funny clip. But there's a serious one.
Oh, that one, yeah.
So this is from me and Najin's Jericho yesterday, like last night. It's actually really nice. Now that I'm like actually higher elo than I was before. So second one is basically the first clip, not the ARAM clip, but the first actual clip. We were losing. Like,
Oh, that one. Oh, that was so clean. The second, or like the Baron steal. Oh.
the Baron still, we were losing the whole game. Like that, they surrendered straight after that still, but we were like, I'm saying like, if you look at the stats,
Look at the gold though. We weren't losing.
but like,
We were about to like go fucking ham, like get fucked there.
yeah, but like, after that still, they were like, GG.
And then they also lost the fight, which made it even more short.
That's where you were playing Vayne. It's like that fight changed the game. 2 more fights we won, and the Baron still won it. Like they just FF'd after.
The terror
You know, you're like,
came clutch too.
you know, you're like semi-high elo, you know, because people just FF after Baron stills. But the still was actually really nice.
Yeah, that was nice.
I was fucking.
How much damage do you know? How much damage does the W do there?
A lot.
Enough.
And it's true damage as well.
Yeah.
Left the still. So my smart was 720, I believe, from memory. I don't actually know. Can you
But
see
you
it?
were actually down in XP as well, because he was like 2 levels behind you.
Actually, you died. I went. I think I have to go here, right?
Did you plan it like that, or was it like?
You look like imagine Warwick. So Gianna was fucking trolling the whole game. Gianna like stood in river and Warwick killed Najin top.
Yeah.
And we're like Baron dance at this point. She was just like walking away from Najin. So he died top. So if you look, he's dead on the left. And like I'm like looking to Najin. Like if I don't steal this, I'm pretty sure it's game. Like Malka.
I told him as well, like we need to contest this somehow. I think you can. I was like, I need to do
Malka
this.
stepped up, and my plan here is to throw Malka in W and steal it. But like he walks a bit. I get it like a bit too late, and then I'm just like, wait, this is free. Like Talon's still hitting it. I'm just gonna take it. And then we win the fight, and I'm just like, okay. And they surrender. And
If they get off the moment your ult starts,
if Warwick fucking ults me, I'm dead. Like he just didn't ult me. He was just so greedy with it. Like they even said in post game lobby, why did you not R him? And he's like, I just didn't think he could steal it. Because I was like 2 levels behind or some
you
shit.
can
Like,
still smite.
yeah, but I was 2 levels behind. And it's like, you don't respect a jungler 2 levels behind. There's a massive difference in smite.
Yep.
But yeah, it was.
The Pookie
Fuck.
style 48.
And we played against him. And beaten both times. The blue was fucking tearing it.
Fucking.
It was actually clean because you look at 5 games. The only game we lost was Talon AFK. And if he wasn't AFK, we actually would have won because we were fucking 2v fucking 9 in that game.
That was so hard.
It was clean. Yeah, it was fun solo queue. I'm too tired for solo queue tonight. Scrims take the life out of me. My brain thinks too much. And solo queue, you just have to like AFK and just walk into fucking red buff. No one's gonna invade you if they do.
That's where like AD carry is so. If you know the game's gonna be alright, AD carry is actually pretty nice to play. Like,
I can't
even
fucking-
brain dead, because
Oh,
all I
think
need to
about
do at that point, if I know my team's not gonna fucking like run it hardcore,
But do you know, it
I
is
just
that-
focus on minions only. I don't give a shit about
Oh,
anything
it
else.
is like last hit fucking neutral minions, mate. It's so fucking easy.
Huh?
You have to last hit lane minions while trading with 2 people. Fuck that.
Yeah, I just brain AFK and I just look at it and just focus on farming and it's like turbo farm away.
If I ever role swapped, I'd be a support main, but I'd have to go back to the reach and just work my way up. But
I don't know if I would what I would be if I roll swapped.
I don't know. I find support interesting because it's like mechanically quite intensive in a lot of supports. But like,
I have to say, with the releases of like new champions the last few years, support became so much more fun to play because there's like Bard. Before you had like Thresh, that was like the only real fun
yeah,
support.
Like, came out and I was like, that's just a bit of me, you know. Like I could play that champ all day long.
Yeah, so like, what do you have now? So Thresh was like the first fun champion. I think Blitzcrank was actually fun as well, or is fun.
I do play Blitz.
So then you have like Thresh, Blitzcrank, Pike came out, which is this
Which is like the most fun out of all of them.
and then Bard became a thing, which is very fun. Then what else is there? Set's now a support.
I mean, that's the reason I'm sitting solo queue. Everyone's like, you're a set main now. I'm like, sort of, but he's just like, out of all the junglers, I can play him 10 games in a row and I won't be bored. If I play
he's
Sejuani,
actually so fun.
if I play Sejuani 10 games in a row, I'm just like, pressing down.
Really? That's not what you used to be.
Yeah, but like, I mean, I've fucking.
I remember 20 million games of Sage in a row.
After you play like 600 games and one champion, especially as a tank, it gets boring.
I know.
Like, Set, there's so much like potential for him. I mean, if they pick Sejuani, just pick Set. She queues in, you just pick it back up and just throw her back in that team. You know? It's like, fucking amazing.
I'm more so like amazed how I'm still maintaining the win rates on these champions. Though.
I don't
If
know,
you go
man.
to my profile, it actually looks like I'm fucking
Yeah.
smurfing on some of these champions.
The first time I got to D2, my win rate on set was like 68% in 60 games, and now it's like 56%.
Yeah.
It's pretty sad.
One thing I actually, yeah, Simon, notice this small thing that I've noticed. It's not like as big, but I've noticed that in scrims and such, my average CS is lower than when I just play like solo queue or something.
Yeah, mine is
Well,
definitely-
it should be more coordinated, right?
I think that I don't think that's so weird. Or like it
It's
depends how
not
the
as big, but
it depends how the games play out. But like you're focusing more on other stuff, like right?
Yeah,
or like
yeah.
you're talking more. You're I mean, maybe not you like, but I feel like maybe you're not like doing a lot of the shot calling, but you're looking at a lot of like other stuff that you're not. I guess you're not looking at as much in solo queue. Like try to
yeah, probably.
like look at
Yeah,
timings and look at other lanes.
Mine is so much lower in scrims and competitive because you just give like in solo queue. Fuck, I'm not even giving red buff to AD carry till like 25 minutes in, unless it's in pure. Like I'm not giving that. Like whereas casting these 16 in team play, just take my whole jungle. I'll just sit mid and spam emotes.
But that's actually a good point. Like we should, when we're like when you're playing a carry that obviously we want you to farm, then we should we should play around that more. Like we shouldn't, like a lot of the time we.
I feel like it's a combination of a few things. Like yes, what you're saying, like you're paying attention to other stuff. Yes, because I miss CS that I shouldn't be missing sometimes. But I feel like it's so strange. But the last few weeks, because Ross has said it a few times already to me that I just like miss CS that I shouldn't be missing, and then I'm like playing solo queue yesterday and like the last few weeks, and I'm hitting like 8 CS per minute, 9 CS per minute, 10. Like yesterday I had a game with 10.6 CS per minute. I'm like, what the fuck? Like I can do it, but
yeah.
I think the pressure. Like I definitely think like, and these games definitely like stress me out more. Like before I make a commitment in these custom games, I'm like thinking it through maybe 10 times how it's going to go. Whereas in solo queue, I would have just gone in 4 times already, just like without.
In solo queue, that's one thing that weighs into it, which is like what Simon said as well. Like you think about other stuff, and if something happens, I'm more likely to follow and ditch my wave.
Yeah. When in solo queue, you just.
And in solo queue, I'm like, this wave's guaranteed. This random ass gunfight or something is not. So fuck off.
In solo queue, like you're the carry, right? Like, it doesn't matter what mid lane is doing. You can't fucking trust that guy. So it's like, if you're just gonna take everything. Like I want to farm to the point I can get my items and carry. Whereas in this game, it's like, well, you might not necessarily need to farm to that point because we can end the game in 5 minutes and just stop fucking AFK farming and just like. It's just like. I think in solo queue, you just basically have to like AFK farm to the point where you can just.
But at the same time, I do feel like also like our lane assignments are actually an issue. So the moment we do have a lineup, that's something we do need to look at once, like the first few issues are like solved out, like the basic communication and everything. If that's a thing, then lane assignments are definitely the first thing I want to look at.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys have a lot
Holy
of
fuck.
like under control.
It's like how many times does it happen that like we just like walk to the same lane?
Yeah.
Or that we just have like we're not too sure like who we want to put where, and then we just lose like a few CS on it, right? And then it happens again like a few minutes later, and then again. So in the span of a game, that can cost us like 1 or 2 waves.
Yeah. And even more important, especially like when we lose experience, it's like really like if the enemy isn't losing XP and we are, then like they get level advantages for basically nothing, and then it's like.
Yeah, but it's like it just feels so awkward.
Yeah.
To share gold on a carry, right?
Yeah.
If I don't have to.
Yeah.
Like I don't mind sharing XP, but sharing gold with another carry is only acceptable in my opinion if there's like an objective we're contesting. Let's say we need mid prio and like B and mid are running.
Yeah.
And we just like insta clear the wave together, right? That's fine. It's like whatever. That's one wave, but it shouldn't happen that there's like a side lane open.
Yeah.
Or there's like jungle camps up and jungle's not there to take him.
Like
or he doesn't need. Like
I mean I've pointed out this in a lot of the games that I've like watched now and like when I made comments that like there like a lot of the time, you know, there are waves that are just like that you guys just leave pretty much, and especially, you know, when they're really close to like to your side, like to your turrets, and then like you, especially, you know, before Drake spawns, you know, before Herald or something, like before you group for something, then you all like a lot of the time you
all has to do with it. But at that moment, I think it's correct to do. But I think the preparation is not as good as it should be.
yeah,
Which
that's the point. Like
by the
you
way,
need to think ahead, and then yeah.
Yeah.
But then
That's
also
what I-
like what you're saying about lane assignments, you need to spread out your carries properly, and also like you need to coordinate better. Like when you need to do it more efficiently. Like you need to like back at
I
the
also-
same time, or you know,
I think that you guys
Uh,
have a lot of the basics underway. Like, and they're playing my team. Like, if I know jungle is top side and I know they're gonna dive, it's like I don't know the information. I feel like I have to like not tell them how to play it, but like just keep reaffirming. Whereas, for example, top lane, you probably got dove a couple of times, and he was just like handling it. You know, it wasn't like, what do I do? How the fuck do I play? It was like the basics. I think you guys have, and like your strong laners, like everyone knows how to play. Like,
I mean, that's kind of what you get once you hit like D2 plus.
yeah,
And
but like,
people have a better understanding of.
yeah, but, like, even that, like, you can get to D2 and not playing a team, and this just all be like, what the fuck? Do you know what I mean, what's going on? Like,
Yeah, but I think most of us played in teams, like in the past. So I think Davros is the only one who's a rookie.
no,
Yeah.
hasn't he played in a team before?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe he played a little bit in the Czech league actually.
who's a tryout for you guys, right?
Yeah, the mid lane's tryouts, and then jungle was supposed to be a tryout.
And you have like other mid laners as well, I guess, that are trying out for this stuff.
So far, we had one other guy that we think was capable, but we feel like his attitude around the game
I can't
was
do
a
it.
bit more immature. So we've decided like he's probably better.
I
But
can't
the
do it.
biggest issue we're running into right now is that if we want to compete in a national league or anything,
You need 3 people.
we need 3 people from one region. So we have to make a decision to choose between players. And that's kind of sucks, basically.
Aren't you supporting top or Dutch?
Supports Finnish.
Ah,
So I'm Dutch, Top's Dutch, and then
you need like a
the rest
Dutch.
is
more-
like supports Finnish right now.
I think, I don't know, the mid laners like definitely got potential to be actually like probably do
Yeah,
that.
I don't know. It feels so how he's played so far. Like today, he played fucking well again.
He was insane
He
today.
he was there, and then.
But I mean, I think you pointed it out. You know, well, like
Yeah.
he wants to be, you know, he doesn't want to, you know, stop us from picking a champ. Like
Yeah.
if I think a
Yeah.
champ is good, then he doesn't want to, you know.
Like you said to me, pick Jarvan. I'm not gonna say fuck no, don't pick Jarvan, but like I
Yeah.
don't play Jarvan, so I do my
No,
best. But it's like it's like you don't want to let the team down by not ruining the comp. So it's like
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, true, but there's a difference between, and this is especially a mid lane thing, and I used to do the same thing as, yes, I can say I play every fucking AD carry, but if you put me in a champion I haven't played the last like months,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be nearly as good if I'm playing against someone who does play the
From
champion a
what,
lot.
from what I see today, like the guy's confidence is like fuck it. Like I could play Jericho with him all day long. Like his confidence of when he knows he's strong to go in, he's just like let's fucking go in. I'm gonna run everyone down 1v9. And I'm like
Yeah, but the moment you play a champion
yeah,
more
he,
often,
because he
then
doesn't
you
know,
know that.
he doesn't know his limits on that champion. Like he doesn't know when he can go. Like on Kassadin, he obviously knew I can go in right now and kill 4 people. Like, but whereas
Curious how much he actually plays Kassadin.
like maybe on something like
He
Kiana,
plays it a bit.
doesn't play, might be like fuck. Like I don't know when I'm strong enough to do that. You know, because you know when you play a champ so much, you know what point you can do certain things and.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's probably just not limit tested on the gut things you said before. I think he's really good. Honestly.
Yeah, I think he's really good as well.
He has potential. Like he has
Yeah.
potential for sure.
I think the times when he's been bad is when like first when we pointed out when we put him on champs that he's not like super comfortable.
But I feel like with that, he should just have the fucking balls to just say like,
It's just a
might
conversation.
be the better champion here, but I can't play it.
It's
Like,
just got a
not
good
good enough.
conversation with him and just say, listen, like,
And then but that's what I think. Like it's so easy to say, and it's even at a pro level, like these people, the people that are getting paid to play the fucking game and are like
play all
playing
champions.
this daily, they can't play all champions. There's
Yeah.
one player so far, I think, in the world that has shown that he's capable of playing like an extreme wide variety, and that's Faker. Like
Yeah, but-
look at Uzi. He's capable of playing any AD carry, but the moment he had only a very few mages, he was able to play.
Yeah, I mean,
And
like,
he struggled really hard in the meta where bot lane was literally a fucking garbage, like
Yeah.
where they basically played for utility only.
I like really fucking hate playing things like Elise because I just don't really like how she plays. Like, I'd much rather play like, someone different. So if people feel like well, before they were trying to force me to learn Elise, I was like fucking into normal games, like just hating playing this game. Like sometimes champions just aren't to your style, you know. Like, I'd much rather play
Exactly.
King instead of Elise or Pantheon if we need dive potential top. Like
And I think as long as you don't play at a like super high level, that's fine.
yeah, I mean,
Like the moment you start playing like GM plus players, yes, then it's gonna matter that you do play certain champions. Because if you don't play what's good in the meta at that level, then it's gonna be really rough to draft and stuff. Because then you're gonna be the bottleneck in draft basically. But till that point, I don't think you should be worrying too much about it. And you will start noticing it once people just consistently
like, I
run
will
into
have-
issues and select.
at some point, I'm gonna have to go back through. Like right now, I'm trying to learn Nidalee, right? Because I mean, she's a great champ, and I used to play her back in the day. So I was
She
like,
got buffed as well.
yeah. I mean, she's really good at high low. Like, so
Yo, tell Wu to play Soraka.
he doesn't. The thing about Wu is like I really love Wu as a person, but like he's a really nice guy. Like honestly, really good.
He's just not as good.
No, but it's not even that. Like, I don't care if he's not good. He just hates playing the meta. Like he only wants to play like Renekton or Fiora or Jax. Like, and when he doesn't get those champions, he goes 0-5 in lane, and it's just like impossible for me to do anything as a jungler, especially when I'm giving up farm to fucking AD carries and mid. And it's like, well, what do you want me to
I
do?
mean,
Like,
but it kind of makes him too much of a one-dimensional player.
well, that's the thing is he doesn't enjoy it. We put him on Ulm, and he was like, "I'm gonna quit," and it was like, nah. Like he got after one game, he was like, I just don't
like
feel-
Rasa today.
Yeah, but like I never talk like that.
What's that? What?
No, he's probably just having a bad day or something, man. Like,
He was
I think-
legit like 3 minutes into the game. Yeah, can we go next?
Ignore it. I just
The
ignore
same
it.
fucking solo queue or
Yeah.
something. What?
The only problem is you can't reply with negativity because that makes him angry, and then you argue. You just got to be like, "Don't worry, man, we win this," and then he's just like, because everyone's so positive, he can't be negative because everyone likes.
This is the only time he's been like that though. Like since
Everyone has bad days.
He's
everyone-
like this in solo queue a lot though.
yeah, but like in scrims, like it's
Yeah,
more
exactly.
scrims.
But I was really surprised. That
Yeah,
actually
me
threw
too.
me up a little bit at the
It's
time. I was
sometimes
like,
a
just
bad
gotta
day.
deal with it, man. Like, just
Yeah.
suck it up. We will win. Like, we're fine. We're like doing fine in CS. Like, they're not out farming hard. We're doing okay.
But it's like,
We're
is everyone-
scaling. Like, I don't know. I was just trying to like find any reason to like make him.
That's what I said to him. I said, "Don't worry." Every time he got caught, like the 10th time, I was like, "Don't worry, man, we still win." Like, don't worry. In my head, I was thinking, "Please stop fucking face checking everybody." I was like, I'm not gonna tell him that because that's gonna piss him off, and it's not my place to
I'm
say.
really curious because Max viewed some of his POV, so I'm really curious. But I don't know. I feel like he's playing like shit the last few scrims.
Maybe people have bad phases. There's phases where I
I mean, he just started working a new job for like summer job, so I think he's
Yeah.
not playing nearly as much. So I just hope it picks up once he gets a bit more used to the job. I
Every-
really hope.
like everyone has bad days. This is like my release from work. Like when I'm working from all the time, I come on and I just want to focus on this and forget about everything else. That's why this game's so good because you just can't think of everything else while you're playing. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's fucking.
That was the other thing I was gonna say with Davros. I think he's just been having like some really bad days like previously.
Yeah.
Like it feels like he's been kind of off for like a week or two.
I think with trials you have to give them like you can't base it on like one performance. I think right now
We've trialed for like a few months now. Like I think we're nearing
Yeah.
2 months.
Yeah, like we've seen enough of him. I think.
Oh, that's it.
We've trialed him like at least 10 scrim sessions.
Like, for me right now, he's like fucking Jesus, you know. I'm like, these guys are amazing. But like, I could like scrim with you guys in 2 months, and it goes 0 and 10, and I'm like, this guy, like, you have to like do what you guys have done and have like a broad variety of like.
We tried like a few guys first, and then we had like some girl come in playing mid lane, and she just wasn't impressive at all. And like her champion pool in solo queue was like assassins only, so it was really like doesn't do it for us, right? Like communication wasn't there. Then we had like a jungler. He's actually high reload, like Mixie. He's actually high reload. He's just way less vocal, and we miss a vocal voice in the team. That's like the biggest issue we
He's
have.
in
with
game now.
Rio.
I don't think he's over here. GG, maybe he can see what's
Yeah,
on.
bro, you should try that with us. Fuck your team.
I would love to, but unless you want to improve first. Like, the one thing.
You can improve with us. Like,
Yeah, but like the one thing I don't want
you're
to.
being compared. Okay, wait, you know who you're being compared to, right? What the previous standard was.
don't know. I
We're
can't
gonna
think-
we're gonna have to like work out like replace your whole shampoo though if you're gonna play with us.
Temple's fine.
I don't want to try that guy. I actually come against Max twice in solo queue, and both times he's fucking flamed.
It's so funny. Like you,
I with my duo queue, like Katarina one trick, and we literally fucking like raped him. He like flashed to kill the scuttle crab, and we're just like, okay, you're dead. Like, thanks for this fucking. Like you got the crab, but you're dead. Like it happened to your solo queue yesterday as well. Like, remember this guy fucking flashed.
It's
the
fucking
scuttle
flashed,
crab,
yeah,
and I was like, he flashed smart, like smart, and I was like, you can take the crab, you fucking.
fucking D2 by the way.
Yeah, that guy was really good as well, and he just flashed us to the crowd. Like people tunnel vision so hard. I don't know. Like, if I was to try out, like I'd actually love to. Like playing with you guys is really really fun. Like the coach is obviously he's really good at feedback and stuff. But I just think as a player, like I want to be. If I hit D1, like I'll insta fucking message you and be like, let's do it because like I feel like D2 is so. I've not proven myself yet. Like D2 is like that middle ground between.
Okay, but still,
I mean,
like I don't give a shit. Okay, let me put it this way: I don't give a shit if you're D4 or fucking platinum. I mean, if you're platinum, you're not likely that we're gonna try you. But
if I'm D4, I'll kill myself.
but if you're even if you're D4 and you show up in scrims, I don't give a shit, right?
Yeah, I also feel like my performance, like I
If you show up, but the problem is that if you are a lower rank, people will deny scrims because it's happened that
Yeah, this is
people.
the thing,
It was like this. Do you remember 7 a.m. in the SRG league?
yeah, man, the guy who
yeah.
made Team Sunday Wonder, yeah, they're really good.
Okay, but they play in the scene we play in, right? So they're roughly. They're not even the best around here at all.
They're a pretty good team.
No, I think they're. I don't know. Yeah, they're probably better because they played together much longer.
I think they're pretty good. 7 a.m.
But yeah, right now they play in the Benelux scene. They're like Dutch players, so. And they denied us scrims because they looked at the OPGG and they were like, nah, we're like looking for a better challenge, right?
I feel like you hold more respect in your name if you're Harula. Like people like.
Yeah,
Do
exactly.
you think I would invade that Jarvan if he was fucking Diamond 1? Like I would have thought twice about it. The guy's D4 in solo queue, like I'm just gonna fucking walk in there and stomp him.
But even then, like there was this game where we played against a challenger in the tournament. Just fucking play your game. I don't give a shit. These guys that we're playing against were fucking grandmasters.
It holds weight.
Without that jungler, we hard fucking clapped them in lane like early. Legit.
Yeah,
remember the
absolutely.
Simon? Remember the fucking we randomly picked. We never practiced this. We randomly picked fucking Ashe Zyra into Kalista Taric and
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
like
that's what I
hard
think.
into level 1 and 2. I'm like, yo, bro, I don't give a shit
I
if
know,
you're
this is when the Graves
Can't
path
do this.
was wrong, right?
grandmaster.
That was
Yeah,
when
yeah,
that was when
that
the
one, yeah,
Gragas ganked level 3.
It was the
Yeah.
game I actually showed you.
The
Because that
Challenger
game,
guy, yeah.
I'm like, I don't give a shit if he's challenger, if these guys are fucking grandmaster or lane. Yeah, maybe I won't pressure them as easily into like losing a few more CS compared to this guy in D2. I would, but I don't give a shit. If he takes something, you trade, right? That's basic jungling. Like you do something at least. You don't walk around and do nothing. And like in lane, if I'm being traded on, I better get fucking CS or like something for it, right? Lane pressure, like whatever. The same thing. Like if support misses a hook or like the enemy misses a stun or hook or whatever, like I better fucking use that time to pressure. Like I don't know, this basics.
Yeah,
I don't give a shit if he's challenger or grandmaster.
Well, I actually want to improve this. There's so many mistakes that I make. Like honestly, personally, the only thing is like if I come into a team and I feel like I still have right now. I'm on the potential where I'm getting better. Every week I play this game, I'm getting way better. Like even from today, I've learned like so much. So I want to get to the point where I'm coming in and I'm like just really really confident. Like, I don't want to be to the point where I'm still learning because one, it takes me time to learn. I want to have enough freedom to learn, and two, it's like I don't know.
I don't know. I think I will. I think everyone here understands learning is just a time process. Cause I mean, we trial for nearly 2 months right now. Like, I think that shows pretty. I think
Yeah.
there's a lot of org that just say like after 1 or 2 games, like, nah, let's not, and then maybe the guy actually has potential, right?
Yeah,
Like we actually think we lost the first scrim sessions with him as well.
like I'm really down to do like in-houses and that for now, but because my team doesn't really want to do it. It's not my team, but the coach put a post in, and then like I don't know, I was the only one who put up, and then I think one person put down. But so like if you guys are doing that with someone else, then like just put me in the I don't know fucking list or some shit.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I sort of do. I really like enjoy playing with you guys, but I also just want to get better before I like play with you guys. Because you guys, at the moment, I feel like I try to be one of the worst players in the team, and that I can't fucking handle that. I just can't fucking
I
handle
know.
that.
It sounds
But,
like
like-
you're really motivated. So really good.
Yeah, no, I really enjoy
Yeah,
playing,
yeah.
but like I can't join and be the worst player on the team and be the one that's costing games because that would just it would just piss me off too much. Like I'd rather join and be the person who's like
Yo,
making
bro,
a difference.
if you're pissed off next time because you threw a game, drink a fucking Stein and you're fine.
Yeah, man. Should be tequila. Right?
What did you say? Drink.
I'll send you a picture.
A Stein.
Where are you from?
I'm Swedish.
You know what fucking style.
Like I went over to London to meet this guy, yeah, so
Oh,
like I
really?
met him a couple. When did I meet you?
Just before this Corona shit, literally March. No, before I went to Vegas, right? So-
It wasn't February.
Yeah, it was the week
but
before I
met
went to
him.
Vegas. The week before I went to Vegas because
Oh, it's just
I
like
literally went to Vegas that Friday.
Yeah, it's like a massive beer for like
Yeah.
1 liter or something.
It's like is it 4 pints? I think or 2 pints.
I have one of those. Like it's not 1 liter, I think, but it's pretty big.
There's these
Yeah,
ones-
that one's like a liter or something.
basically he met like I work in London and he met me after work and we went to some bar and it's not meant to be just like a chill one, right? But like I don't know, we had like a couple. It was happy. I had like a couple of drinks and I was like, right, let's get fucking pissed. So then I took him to. I was like, let's go see him up like where I used to work, right? Like just go have a look around. And I was like, fuck, there's a German pub here. You will love it. And we walked in and as soon as we walked in, I was like, what the fuck? Like they're all wearing like lederhosens and.
Yeah, it was like automatically there.
And
you
me,
know, like-
me and him were like fucking, I don't know, at that point it's like fucking 10 pints deep each and I'm literally pissed at my head. And we get McDonald's and like he's staying in like, so there's a train line, right? And like he's staying like 1 stop from London and I live like, I know 6 stops from London, which takes like another 40 minutes, I don't know, so like 30 minutes. And legit fucking gets a McDonald's after 10 pints, yeah, and he gets a fucking strawberry milkshake. And I'm sitting there on the train looking at him thinking, this motherfucker drinking a strawberry? Like, how are you not being sick right now? Like, it's like having a Diet Coke than having a fucking, like, milk, drink of milk after. Like, doesn't make sense.
Mate,
And he's
when
just
I
like,
actually go out like here.
I've never seen someone so quiet, just enjoying a strawberry milkshake, looking at me, and he was like, this is so fucking good. And I was like, fuck you. Like,
The worst part is that I mostly like barely only drink them when I'm drunk. I don't know, they're just too chemical.
and day after, 2 days later, I brought him to where I live, like to meet my mates, and there's like, I don't know, 20 pubs where I live. It's like everyone's alcoholic where I live, so it's like fucking. He come and met my mates, and my mate picked him up in one of his cars. Like, he buys cars every week, and he like does them up and makes them fucking, I don't know, like ridiculous. And he literally picked us up in this car, and I was like, all right, we gotta pick my mate up from the station. And the car was like, I was in this car for 2 seconds. Some woman put a middle finger up at us, like straight up. And like he got in the back of this car, and I've never seen someone look like, what the fuck have you just picked me up? And I mean, he was like ragging the shit out of it, and then went to the pub and just got pissed.
I wasn't expecting it to be like a massive fuka. You said like I'm gonna pick you up with a friend of mine, and it was just like was the full packed car. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay.
it's like, well, next time, I mean,
I
when I
hear
turn
him
up,
come down the street.
I'm
you know.
gonna pick up with a friend of mine. It's like there's always gonna be like 10 of us in a fucking car. Like that's just how it is.
Yeah, well, I wasn't expecting like a full fucking car.
Yeah,
It's like, literally
you just got
down
like
the
pick
street.
in this place called like the Spoons, which is like a chain with really cheap pubs. Like you can get like a beer, like 2 beers for like a £5, which is
Yeah, but, like, the best part was that you were legit like yeah, can you go stand there so we can see you, right? And I'm like, dude, if you wouldn't see me, I would fucking see you 100%. Like, there's no way I'm missing that fucking car.
yeah. My friends. That was actually really fun. That was just before coronavirus. Went to Vegas, come back, and then everything's been
I'm
shit.
actually glad I came over.
Yeah, like me, Squeeze had to cancel his because obviously he was like coming over as the pandemic started, and I was like, just don't.
Yeah, well, I just got home just before. So
Yeah,
kinda
it's
nice.
actually a good little blow up, but that was fun as fuck. It was so
It's
fucking
nice
good.
meeting you and Robo as well. So yeah.
Yeah, and my friends as well.
Did you guys meet each other over a league or what?
Okay,
Yeah,
so,
so like, yeah, you explain. I don't fucking
okay,
know.
long story short, a good like I think nearly 5 years ago now, 4 or 5 years ago, I met a guy. I made like an online team. I was actually coaching at the time, and we had like I was coaching the main team, and it was a secondary team, like academy team that we had, which was like a bit lower diamond. And eventually, the organization kind of went to shit. It's kind of a bit of a worse version than Lit kind of is. But yeah, I mean that happened. and then some players were left, and we kind of like scrambled together and said like, yeah, let's try and like make this a team, right? So at first I coached him, and I coached like a few times in the academy team just to help them improve a bit. And at some point, he was the mid laner for the academy team, and our mid laner couldn't play, so like I arranged that he could fill in for us, and he played with us, and it was kind of nice, and it was like really vocal and whatever, and it turned out pretty nice at the time. So organization went to shit, and we kind of became like friendly with each other, and kind of kept going. Then he went to Japan for a while. I don't know how long exactly, like half a year or something, or a year, yeah. Didn't really speak to him at all during that time, but like I had him on Facebook and whatnot. So, and then out of nowhere, like a couple, how long is it ago? I think like almost a year ago now.
I quit League and came back. Oh, fuck no. I came back like I don't know.
When did you guys play in the team?
And then I subbed in for their jungler, who was like the owner of the team at the time, and he was like flaming the shit out of me. I was D4 at the time.
Oh yeah, I remember. No, you weren't even here yet.
He was like flaming.
I was playing with that old jungler still. That's what.
Yeah, he was flaming the shit out of me because like I don't know. He was like, you should use your sub and all that stuff, and I was like, oh, I don't know, man. Like I was just asked to play. Don't
well. Anyways. Robo started playing League again when he got back, so I was like, yo, nice to see you play again, right? And then he was like, yeah, what are you up to? And he's like, yeah, I'm like part of a team right now, blah blah blah. Like we're just kind of doing like the old days. It's like it's not the greatest level of play, but it's kind of okay, and like trying to get back into it. And then I was like, okay, sure, whenever you need me, like I can fill in. I didn't have a team at the time, so that's kind of how it went. And eventually they kind of kicked their other jungler because he was fucking toxic. And just flaming people for bullshit. Always playing like weird shit as well on top of that.
Yeah, he played like Echo Jungle and gank for 20 minutes or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, and like Morgana jungle, and he just wanted to do it every time in like competitive, and everyone's like, yeah, should we do it? Or like Shiva, you wanted to play like Shyvana jungle in competitive every time.
He just wasn't a nice person,
And
like,
not even AP Shyvana, no AD Shyvana jungle, because he was like, yeah, this is strong, my man. This is gonna win the game. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's gonna have zero pressure for 20 minutes, and then like you get fucking gangbanged at every lane. So, well, basically they moved on. Callum joined the team, and well, that's kind of how it went because I was still involved. I was like subbing in for them every now and then when he needed someone.
I think it was like I don't know August. I want to say it was like maybe since.
I think it's a good half year now, at least that I've known you.
Yeah, and I don't know. We came third place and then second place, so not bad, I guess.
I mean, what do you need to play in SRG? And is there any money involved?
A fucking gold one or some shit. I don't know. It fucks me off. We're in Division 2, and I know I'm like.
I mean, Division 1.
Yeah, but like, I'm saying to them, you can enter. You can just join, but you have to be above. I think D3 or D2, like everyone in the team. So I said, I was like, guys, so why can't we all just get to D3 or like whatever it was required? I think it was D3, man. Like, come on. I was like, everyone's D. Like they were D4. I was like, let's just get to D3. I'm already D2 at the time. I'm like, I was D3. I was like, everyone gets to D3 and we play in Division 1. We just quit the league and re-enter in Division 1 because we haven't got to play another season then. Otherwise, you have to play another season. And everyone's like, but we can't even win Division 2 while we're in Division 1. I'm like, because these guys we're playing, like, some teams are Plat 1. Like, what the fuck? No disrespect to Plat 1 players or anything like that. Everyone's been there. But I want to play against people who are fucking Diamond 1, not Plat 1. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to learn anything from a Plat 1 player. It's more like, what did we do wrong? Not what did they do well.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's no way I'm going to improve. So, I don't know. I keep saying to him like we should go Division 1, but like I think Division 1's Diamond 3 minimum, but I think a lot of the teams are like high Diamond.
I mean, that could be an alternative if we don't have a full.
But I don't think there's money involved, right? Like, basically, you come whatever, and then.
Is there money involved?
No, I think you come top whatever, and then you play off in like a tournament to get to win, and then whoever wins gets like trophies, medals, and stuff. I guess it's just I don't know for fun. I don't know about Division 1. If I'm honest, but
I mean, maybe the sponsors are actually would be able to check at least. Might be worth it since they're.
Who owns your organization? Is it like you or like you actually pay for someone who owns the team?
What do you mean? What do you say?
Are you playing? Is this team an organization, or is it like just you made a team, just playing?
Okay, so we kind of made a team, and then we found an organization that's looking for a team, and they asked if we wanted to play because they saw us playing Open Tour, I think. I'm not sure. So we kind of like said, yeah, sure, why not? We can play with you if you like arrange scrims for us and whatnot. So right now, that's Zeus, the owner, and the staff tag.
What does
he's
he
like-
like? What does he want for like the team then?
He's like manager of the team, and we just put our name in there.
What does he want? Like the goal for him? What is it?
No, just get the team name out. That's
Oh.
it. So we carry the team name in front of it, and then he gets his players for trials and whatnot, and he does scrims for us. So I'm like, yeah, sure, why the fuck not?
I mean, it takes like that stuff is annoying stuff. It takes time away from coaching and playing. So that's why we recently got. A
I
manager.
mean, right now I'm like doing so much behind the scenes. I'm like arranging, like scheduling everyone.
The biggest reason people fall out of love with competitive, and that's why Robo did, is because you do all the admin, and it's just like you don't get to play as much. And then when you play, it's like disappointing because
I mean, I just have fuck ton of time right now, so I don't mind it as much right now. But at the moment this Corona stuff ends, I'm like back to working and stuff. Then
Yeah, I'm still working.
I won't have as much time to do it, and I just want to use the time that I have to play, rather than admin and play, because it's sometimes it literally takes hours and hours.
You guys want to see my background? Hang on.
What? Mario was bad, like one of these.
That's just like the two best junglers in the game right now. And this fucking guy.
Do you play Nuno as well?
No.
Just cut off, we just like wide him
I
out.
used to play Nuno when Snowball wasn't a solution. That was the best move. You can do loads of things in this.
I actually think old Nunu was like really nice.
Oh, he was so OP, man. And like new versions like way.
You remember AP Nuno top lane?
Yeah.
With
Remember
the
Sarge?
fucking
Still was
snowball
probably
and...
one.
Remember Sarge used to be discussing in this champion.
I mean that was the start of the era that top lane didn't matter.
Look at this.
What did you say? That was the start of...
That was the start of the era where top lane didn't matter. Like everyone picked like B tier, like budget tier, like strong mid laners, right? It's like, yeah, fuck, we have Ryze, but we want Ryze in our comp. Ah, fuck it, let's put him top lane, right? Pick a better mid laner. Like, that was legit how it went. It's like, we need the tank somewhere in the team. Ah, fuck it, let's put a tank top lane. We need like split push power right now. I think that's the only unique thing top lane has, is split push champions. Like Bruiser split pushes.
Yeah.
The rest is kind of like fucking beer tier, other roles. Kinda.
You guys.
Like there's so many mid lane champs that are playing the role too. I think besides Juggernauts and split push champions, it's like what the fuck's Akali doing in the top lane? It's like a mid lane champion, right? By design.
Yeah.
You guys play
So
World
like
War?
Akali was strong, but it was like, yeah, it doesn't matter where we play. Yeah, we just want Akali, right? That's how broken she was. What else do we have? Like some rare situations you have like Cassio top lane because it's just strong bully. Like, what else do we have?
This
For
background.
other champions. Oh,
Yes.
that's fuck. What's it called
Obito.
again? It's,
Oh, Obito.
Obito, yeah.
Look at this.
Toby. That's the name I was looking for.
It's so fucking good. This thing cost me £2. That's so fucking good.
Oh well.
This is one of my favourites. Actually, not this one. This one. Whew.
Oh yeah, Mario showed me that one.
Wait, it's playing music. Stop. Fucking.
Wait,
Oh,
which anime is that?
this is Naruto.
Oh, okay. I'm not like well versed in anime. I watched what was it? What was it called? Like the pirate thing, like the One Piece. One Piece.
Yeah, what, please?
Yeah.
I didn't watch that one.
Oh, this guy's. A bit of
I
random-
watched all of Naruto actually.
You guys like watch what like follow World of Warcraft or Warcraft or anything?
That's Ragnaros, right?
Yeah, man. Like I fucking cool. Like honestly, World of Warcraft. Just even though even playing the game, just watching the fucking videos is so nice.
Yeah, I think Riot and Blizzard are like so good at cinematics, both of them.
I think Blizzard are 10 times better. Like the storyline because they're an MMORPG. Like Riot's like
It's an
Oh, he's-
MMO.
yeah, but like Riot's like here's a storyline. Wait, here's Katarina. Here's fucking Silas. Oh my god, Garen's here. It's like there's like the actual videos for this have a storyline. It's like oh shit.
That's true.
it's about to go down. I can follow it. Whereas like Riot's ones are just how many champions can we cram into 3 minutes?
Well,
worth of content?
Warcraft has so much more history as well, so it's like
Yeah,
they've built it up for so long. So.
I mean, it's build up for. It's a storyline that's built up basically from scratch because they built the game long ago, and then they built like the story from there, which is like the MMORPG genre. Like League is, you have stories behind the champions, and that's kind of what they show in these kind of situations, or like they want to bring up hype where champions like clash into each other for.
This is fucking trippy as fuck. What the hell?
That one's so
Jesus.
good. That's the Demacian thing, right?
Fuck, I'm gonna like. It's actually. This is so trippy.
That's the Demacian Vice thing, isn't it?
I don't fucking know. I'm just. It's giving me AIDS, honestly.
Hotline Miami, yeah.
I like this one better. Wait.
Perfect. I would play the fuck out of that game.
If this was a game, you would sit here for 12 hours mining that fucking tree right there. You piece of shit.
True. I would do it. This is like RuneScape, bro.
Yeah, it actually looks like RuneScape.
I don't know, this is really good.
Best game ever, RuneScape.
Stellaris.
Yeah,
runs.
RuneScape's the shit.
This is actually like
Do you play it?
Stellaris?
Yeah, I played it when I was younger. Like the.
Do you still play it? That's the real question.
No.
I don't fucking say yes to that.
Why not?
I don't know.
Flamed you as much as I've flamed you about this.
Old school RuneScape, man.
Yeah,
It's the shit.
yeah. Old
You
school.
can even play it on your fucking phone.
Like, isn't that 8? Or like, can you do everything?
It's actually pretty decent. It's actually pretty decent.
Someone
There's
said to
people
me-
like bossing on like tablets and phones and stuff.
I don't know, someone said to me, you got to play RuneScape on your phone. I'll take this bullet to the knee. I'll just say, shoot me now.
For a phone game, that's actually like an amazing game. Because it's legit just a game, like you normally play it, and you can do everything on your phone. You can even like, the only thing I find aids is typing.
Oh, this is
I
fucking
mean-
nice.
Ooh, that's kind of
I'm leaving this one on. That's fucking really nice.
Do you have a Razer setup though?
No.
That would match you even better then.
No, that's really nice though.
Gotta remove like all the icons now. Just clean up the clean up the background. Just remove everything.
This is the alpha game. It was really good, actually.
Smooth.
But, I had up to here before lockdown started, right? And now I have all of these.
What did you add? BNS? Did you actually try BNS?
I don't know. It's a bug where only like out of your hard drives, it only installs onto your solid state drive, and you can't actually fix it. Like even went into the code with Abdullah, who does this stuff for work, and like he's like, no, there's actual bug. So I reported it to player support, and they're like, yeah, just clear out your fucking solid state drive, and I'm like, no,
Just put it on my fucking
I just put it
HDD.
on my fucking and they're like, they're like, you can just clear out your solid state drive and make room, and I was like, yeah, but this game takes up like 90% of my SSD, so why would I do that?
It's fucking stupid.
And they were just like, we haven't got a fix at the moment. I was like, well, I'm not. So every time I install it, it just doesn't like it only goes to my SSD and then just like doesn't.
It's kind of troll. Okay. What else do you have on here? Battle for Middle Earth.
Oh, what?
That,
Oh, I actually played that a lot when I was younger.
Yeah, see, like big brain
is
functions.
that which one is it? Which one is it?
That's
That's
the first one, right?
Bro, I have the fucking the case for the game right here. Don't even try, man.
Yeah, I think I have one upstairs, but I don't know if it's the same one.
See, right now, this game is the best game ever invented.
Yeah, it's
you
really
only
good, actually.
played Gondor or Rohan because you had a castle.
I
Like,
think I have two. I think I have part 2
if you didn't
on
put it on
this.
hard, if you didn't make yourself like one person, put 3 enemies on hard, and just close the gates and see if you could defend, you're actually pussy hard. Right?
I did
did like-
that a lot.
Like you, and then like, they're breaking down the walls, and you're like fucking
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, I have 2 on disc actually.
My brother,
Like upstairs.
prefers 2. My brother prefers 2, but I prefer 1. Like 2, you can build walls, but like it's not as good as 1. I think.
I've only played 2, I think.
I think the like for PvP, I think the second is better. Actually, I don't think I ever played. Can you even play PvP on the first one?
No, you can't.
No.
My brother like prefers the second one because it's, like different races and stuff. You can play like them fucking whatever they're called, the human people. Like they're like not humans, but they're not.
Do you know if the second one was ever like big, or like if people played it?
Yeah, there's a massive online community for it. Like there's loads of threads for it. My brother fucking loves this shit.
Yeah, because I played a few games online, but I was really bad, so I was.
Because
Like,
I grew up on this game on my first ever PC and played
Yeah.
with my brother.
yeah, me too.
And then he took the game and I haven't got the. He lost like the actual game, and he's like, oh, like I don't know where it is, and I'm like, so I bought us both one from eBay, like for £10 each, just like, and then he already had the second one, so he dropped the second one off and was like, you can play it, I'm done with it. But I've been playing like Age of Mythology as well, like all them like Rogue Total War, like all that shit. Like they're the games I grew up on. No internet connection, but like no online capabilities really.
Yeah.
Just pure strategy.
Wait, is
Like
that-
I'm actually playing Warcraft 3, like the original Warcraft 3. I've got the Reforged version, but they used to have. It's the reason I got into League because they used to have like a similar mode to League, you know, like with lanes and stuff. And then it just made me want to play League of Legends. When I played League of Legends, I was like, wait, this is so similar to like.
Are you talking about Dota or?
No, Warcraft 3. Like Dota is based on this. Warcraft
Yeah,
3.
yeah, yeah. Like Dota is a map in like originally was a map in Warcraft 3.
Oh yeah, but I didn't
like a
know.
mod?
Yeah, when I was a kid, I didn't know it was one of the custom games, but I didn't know it was called Dota. It was like just fucking. It was like just like League, but yeah, I guess it was Dota. I used to play it when I was 10 years old, and I was like, this game's sick. And obviously, it's dog shit now.
No, it's like now it's Dota. Like they made the like Dota 2. It's like that's the. That's the like it's really similar to League, but that's the second version of the mod from.
Like how like
The one thing that makes me hate the game
yeah,
is
I
fucking turn rates.
No,
Fuck the
I hate
turn rates.
I hate how
I
slow,
can't deal with that as an AD carry player in League. I can't.
I hate how
fuck.
slow the game is, and like I don't know, it just feels so sluggish. Whereas like League
Yeah,
is
but that's what I mean. Like the turn rate is like where the characters like turn around, you know?
Yeah, but like
Really?
it's part of the game.
Oh.
Like animations
Yeah, I
is
know,
like
I
a
know.
big part of the.
I know, but it just feels fucking awful.
Yeah.
League
Yeah,
is so
if you
fun.
played League and then you go to Dota,
Yeah,
then you're
I-
like it's.
I tried it later. I played what was the game before League? Heroes of New Earth.
Yeah,
I played that before I played League, and I actually liked it, but it was back when it was pay to play. I like used someone else's account to play the game. And actually I kind of liked it, and then later on I started playing League, and kind of grew into League that way.
I play Heroes of the Storm whenever I'm fucking bored.
Is that also
Okay,
on
well,
MOBA or what is that?
Yeah. It's Blizzard's version with all like the Blizzard characters, but like I grew up on like
Fucking
Warcraft.
League for
So
disabled
it's
people.
League, but you don't buy items. In every level, you get a choice of 3 abilities to upscale. Like you have obviously your set abilities, and you get all your abilities at level 1 besides your ult. But like you can choose between 2 different ultimates. Like one game you might choose is one ult based on their team comp. And you don't buy like so. If I just want to play a game, but they want
There's
to
basically no gold and just XP, and the thing is, if you kill me, you don't even need to last it.
no, you just need to push the wave. So like being like a top lane equivalent is like so OP in this game because you can just push waves, and then like your team gets levels quicker, and then you just like win fights.
Yeah, XP goes to everyone as well.
It's, like, honestly,
What? They just take out so much strategy by just.
it's so fun to play when you're just like, I want to play a game, and everyone's like really bad because people are just so fucking shit at the game, and they make you fight over objective. If you don't fight over the objective, you lose the game. So it's like, I don't know, it's not like League. You can give up a dragon. You can't really give up objectives in this game because you just lose otherwise. It's just like
That's all it
playing-
is. You just push waves and then.
It's like playing fucking Super Smash Brothers, but like on a MOBA. That's the only way I can describe it. Like they just force you to fight all the time, and like everyone's just like, pick a tank, and you're like, fuck picking a tank. I'm picking carry.
Did you ever play? Did you ever play like the fun maps in Warcraft 3 when it's like
I play them right now. Like me and my brother bought the Reforged one. We pre-ordered it, and the beta came out in like December. And the whole of December, I was only playing this game. You can ask anyone. Like I took a break from League, and just only played this game.
Yeah, but no, like the fun maps when it was like enemy wars or whatever, like when you were in like an arena and then you.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
what was my favorite is Castle Fight, where you have to like Castle Fight, and like Castle Fight's the one where you both have a castle. There's 1 or 2 lanes, and
Yeah.
and you just build camps that automatically spawn units to go down the lane. It's like
Yeah.
StarCraft, like the StarCraft mods used to play. Like, and you just have to outpush them. But like, obviously, certain armor types are good against their certain armor types, and they can counter you with their like, and like you see what they're building, and like you build stuff to counter it and upgrade it and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's all about pushing their base, but you don't actually have a character. Like you're just a builder.
Yeah.
That's the one I played. But like we honestly, with December, we played this like overplayed this game so much. Like,
Yeah.
like to the point where like the actual game came out and the beta finished, and I was like, yeah, I've already played it. Fucking.
But there's one, I think it was called Bleach versus Naruto. And then it's like the character from the characters from the enemies, and then it's like it's kind of like League, but it's like you're in a, it's just like a big arena and you just go around like fighting all the time pretty much, and then it's like time based. You get forced into duels or like 2v2 or 3v3. And then
There's one called. There's one I don't know what it's called now. My brother will know, but it's like you have like I don't know 4 or 5 bases and it's like a big a rectangle map or something, and like you have like 3 barracks that go up down middle, and like you have to fucking upgrade the barracks, which troops automatically spawn, and like you're constantly pushing against people on all the other side of the map because their troops are spawning into it. It's like you're fighting a war on 3 fronts all the time, and then you have to win.
I think I know which one you mean, but I don't remember the name either.
I load the game up and find out what it's called. I won't join one, but I don't know. But like, yeah, these games are just so fun because there's no like, not much PvP. It's just pure strategy. It's just good to relax and just fucking like ape out and play them, honestly.
Yeah, like there's a lot of nice maps. Like, yeah,
I really like
it's like the whole concept is really good. Like people make their own maps, and then it just develops from there. It's nice.
Yeah, exactly. The problem is they've done like Blizzard have said that if you make a map, you no longer have the rights to that map.
Yeah.
Before, you used to have the rights to it, so you could like I don't know claim money from people, like ask people to donate and stuff. Whereas now Blizzard, like it belongs to them if you make.
Yeah,
a map.
I mean they watched what happened with Dota and then League, so I guess they didn't want that to happen again. So
Yeah, basically, yeah. Like, right, well, if you make this, it belongs to Blizzard, rather than like you make this and it's like you can actually become millionaires from it.
Yeah.
Because there's some really fucking good perks. Custom games.
This isn't even Frozen Throne, right?
This is just Warcraft 3.
Yeah,
It's just basic Warcraft 3, just reforged.
Yeah.
So they remade the game just like up to date and stuff.
Yeah.
Footman Frenzy is another one.
Oh yeah.
Castle Tech Wars, the same as Castle Wars. Like there's so many.
Did you ever play Vampire?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, that was really fun.
Let me see if I have any downloaded still. Century Castle Fire, that's the only one I have downloaded. But that's like Castle Fire, like one team there, one team there.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking fun, honestly. With Pokemon Duel, like I don't know, it's so fucking random.
Yeah, so much random shit.
I played this werewolf one. It's fucking impossible. Like one person every night turns into a werewolf, and the map's huge. You have to like defend, but you can't like build towers. So you're like actually just fucking. Everyone's like building defenses, and then like the person you're fucking building defenses with turns into a werewolf and murders you. You're like, I fucking trusted you, and they're like, sorry, bitch. So like no one trusts each other because you're like, oh yeah, build with me, and you're like, they know they're gonna be a werewolf that night. It's like fucking so fun.
But is it like random or how does it like how?
Yeah, like just RNG on it. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Cool. I really need to go to sleep. I need to get up early.
Yeah, I'm gonna go play some and then go to sleep.
Yeah. Right. This was fun, yes.
I'll speak to you next time you wanna play or whatever. Cool.
Yeah, sure thing. Yeah, thanks for subbing in, man.
Yeah, thanks.
Adios, amigos.
Right.
Take care.
See you guys.
Yeah, good night, man. I think we